You're live.
Are we already live?
No dying.
Oh, we're already live.
You are already live.
Yeah, you gotta give him motherfucker. I gotta tone it down.
Oh no, I gotta start.
How-
Hold on, I have to get like flagged for language.
No, I mean you did not say for children on this one, did you?
I didn't. Actually, no, I did. I did.
Okay, cool.
Are we all in the frame on my little?
More or less.
Sit down where you would sit normally, Chewy. So you gotta.
Less.
Are you gonna snuggle with me, guys? Yeah, you gotta bring it back a little because you're gonna be out of frame.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm
Oh, you're scooting over?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
We'll make it work. I promise.
All right.
Let's get it, bro.
All right. Oh man, we got the LaCroix and the liqueur. Yeah. Well, how are you, gents?
We're doing great.
Good, man. Can't complain.
Doing
Probably
great.
could, but
What
won't.
does it do? Exactly.
We're live, but not on our side yet.
They're live on Cooley Kyle.
You know your passwords and stuff, or you need it? Okay, I don't know if you needed
They
it.
just log me in as you, and I'll just pretend. I'll be like,
Oh, gotcha,
get
gotcha.
you banned
Yo,
again.
yo. You saw our first clip do numbers. It's like
Nice.
never again.
Yeah, it's over for you guys.
Hey, you're like, oh, you didn't get any credit for that episode, so that's
Yeah, where was my shout out? I'll teach you.
yeah.
No, if it happens twice in a row.
Yeah, if there's another 50,000.
All right, can you talk in the mic for me real quick, sir?
Mr. Phoenix, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
We can hear you. We're live. I feel like I need to adjust that.
Got that intro music cued.
A little bit.
With that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, we can't go any lower. Because of that camera. We're fine.
my camera quality is killing it.
Let's try to get the
We'll be good.
yeah.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
You gotta yeah.
First time on an iPad.
First time on a boat.
Yeah.
Alright, I got you, bro.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I threw you guys in the rush.
So we're gonna switch accounts. Don't wanna do that one. That one's removed. That one's removed.
Are you guys done with the cafe culture?
No, I'm gonna bring it back. But
Okay.
I just a lot of things going on in life. And Cooley Kyle.
Hey, we got 9 watching. I can't read my phone, so we're getting it on here.
He's gonna be talking to you guys through another account.
If they allow me to.
You will.
If they allow me.
You're on our burner awesome life account.
That's so funny. Yeah, turn down the volume.
Awesome life account. Cool. That doesn't look bad.
That's
No,
actually not bad. Yeah.
Not terrible.
Cool. All right, I'm actually really excited. Can you pour up all the shots? So we can,
The elixir,
yeah,
the
you
potion.
Bring the shots. What's up, YM? How are you? God bless you. And
YNW Melly?
I was just about to say it.
one of my moderators is on.
Oh my God.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, you good.
He just keeps flexing on us, Chris. He says one of his moderators. We don't have moderators. We got this really nice setup with no moderators.
I could recommend some great people for you. That's
Yeah,
fine.
there's nothing to moderate.
Hey, that's not the right attitude, all right?
Oh man.
I let's get it, bro.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do this. They won't hear. They're gonna hear us bob. Your people are gonna see us bobbing to
Bobbing and
music
weaving.
that they can't see. If my mouse would work.
There we go. I feel like I'm in this like an adult now.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Phoenix, you might want to scoot down a bit.
Yeah.
You're a big boy.
He's got such big legs, bro. Like,
Good
There, he
size.
squats massive
Shut
amounts.
The fives. Squatting the fives.
yeah, he's,
No.
5 pound.
Okay.
5 pound
Yeah.
plates.
this mouse, fucking, bro. I'm struggling, bro. Mouse is working. Am I not using the right mouse? Yeah, I'm using the right mouse. Check. I'm just making sure this is still working.
Yo.
Yo, yo.
Okay. Yo, I ain't talking about a kid's toy. Alright, here we go. Media.
Switch to live.
Good call. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome Life Podcast,
Yo.
episode 113.
Let's go.
I'm Mr. Phoenix.
Here with Shirley, and who do we have today?
Am I doing the voice?
Go ahead.
Do the voice.
I don't know. I haven't practiced it. Jim Powell Cooley.
This is Jim Appel Cooley.
Welcome back, bro.
Thank you guys. Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely, man.
So it's been a while.
It has.
Our reboot episode
That's
of the
right.
Awesome Life Podcast started with you, sir.
Crazy, man.
Pray for Thy Haters, Part 1.
That's right.
This is Pray for Thy Haters 2.
We're still going.
And guess what? My boy over here is a seasoned, monetized YouTube veteran, which we aren't. We were like neck and neck for a while.
Left us in the dust.
Yeah. Oh, who's listening? Oh, that's you.
Sure,
Okay.
I'm sending it real quick.
Should we take a
A
shot?
toast.
Toast?
A toast, and this is apple juice.
Yes.
All cheers to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill it. We'll just, yes.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Gentle.
Oh, no.
Gentle.
Air
That's
cheers.
correct.
Yep. There we go.
All right. Salud.
I want to apologize to all 0 of our viewers right now for our tardiness. It's all this guy's fault.
It is true. I cannot be on time. All of my audience knows that. I am 100% reliably unpredictable.
Yeah, that's typical Kyle fashion.
Tell them what you told me.
I'm not gonna say that just for your channel. I mean, my channel, I can say whatever. Shout out to Cooley Kyle channel. We're happy to have him.
For real.
He's doing big things, and we're inspired by that, and we're gonna
Keep it going.
They're convinced I sabotaged them.
one way or another. We're gonna. Why would you do that to us on Christmas, bro? I
Yeah,
fed
right.
you on Christmas, didn't I?
I just felt like
born, man. We
felt-
should be celebrating.
I actually felt like the cooking could have been a little bit better.
Dang, bro.
Oh, really? Oh,
It's just like,
bro, I think that's the last invite you get.
That's cold.
Made him a 5-star meal.
That's
He had
cold.
seconds and thirds.
Yeah, Phoenix can cook. He can cook, man.
and actually, I think I had a to-go box. So I was like,
Yes.
And the to-go box.
Yeah,
Damn.
listen, he had his first helping, then he had his second helping, then he took a nap. Every time he comes over to eat, he takes a nap.
That's how you know the food's good.
This dude is just
the tryptophan is strong in your
Oh,
food.
the turkey will do it, man.
yeah, and
Turkey will knock you out cold.
and then he had thirds. and then he had a to-go box.
Damn.
So
We're-
true.
that's how trash my food is. He had four servings of it.
Hey,
That's funny.
we were dirty bulking over Christmas, okay?
Yeah.
That's
I
what
bet we were. I bet we were.
All right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Tell-
man.
tell-
What's new? What's new?
Yeah, come on.
Oh man, what is
It's
new?
been a while. How many months ago was that? That had to have been 7, 8 months now?
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
It's cracking, dog.
I don't know. So there's a lot going on. I have actually, other than, I don't know if you consider YouTube a side hustle.
Sure.
It is.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then I haven't shut down on my side hustles, but I'm certainly refining what I'm doing and where I'm going. So that is actually probably why I shot up the algorithm, because I was doing a lot of stuff that was probably not super, let's say there was a high degree of potential health issue.
Danger.
Yeah,
Is that-
danger, Will Robinson.
So they wanted to see you fail.
They
That's-
did.
They were praying for that hater.
They were praying for that downfall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I don't, you guys probably didn't see that, but there was videos where I was digging a hole and, you know what shoring is?
No, not
Yeah.
not an idea.
So it's where basically you dig out so much dirt that the dirt collapses inward. And so,
Did you say the N word? I'm sorry.
no,
I had a
everybody
little bit of
tries,
alcohol. I can't control myself.
everybody keeps trying to get me to say that on my lives though, so I'm
No.
like, no.
Dude, they're just baiting you, bro. That's just a bunch of kids
You're
baiting
gonna,
you.
you're gonna run for mayor one day. You can't say things like that.
I know, all the time, all the time. I don't know if I could run for any political office, but,
Why not?
Sure, you could.
Yeah, I might be able to.
If Kanye could, so can you.
That's terrible. Good Christian man right here, and
Yeah, man.
financially responsible for the most part.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
That's funny.
But no, so I think, yeah, people enjoy that. Actually, so it's just, I don't know. That's been interesting. I thought that was going to change a lot, and really, it's kind of interesting how you implement those disciplines in your life. And so you're like, what am I going to maintain? What am I going to let go of? And so I've done a couple things with that. And so one of them was, you know, you guys know that I was continuing to hit the gym, but one of them was dietary and some lifestyle stuff. So
Okay.
it's like,
Sure. Some discipline.
yep. So I did another, cut out a bunch of crazy stuff out of my diet, and it was pretty good. I dropped out, I leaned out quite a bit. Probably lost some of that strength that we were talking about.
Oh, because you're in the fives. You know?
I said I was
Yeah.
doing the fives, like the 5-pound plates.
Yeah, he's in the fives.
5-pound
That's
plates.
crazy.
So you're in the 1,000-pound club, easy.
Mm.
You're like in the 1,200 club.
What do you benching these days?
What is my PR or what do I do now? My shoulders started hurting a little bit, but I got up to on the Smith machine, so corrected further a little. That was at 410 was my max there.
Yeah, bro. I could only hit fucking 295, which is the equivalent of 275.
It's still a lot though.
Still a lot. And what did you say? 4 what?
410.
410.
But that is with the adjustment of the Smith machine.
Correct.
But yeah, that squat and dead. I mean, between the other two,
I've seen them do on a free bar. I've seen them do 24 reps at 225.
Well, so the problem I have with the Smith machine is it takes away the instinct of death.
It's true. That
the
is
fact
true.
That you can just rack it at any time. I feel like goes against like that's part of it. Knowing that hey, and I guess you could argue that yeah, you got a spotter. Okay, fair enough. But just knowing that you got to get it up or you're cooked.
That is true.
That brings some extra motivation.
It does require much more stability in what you're doing, but you're also not fighting the angles of the mechanics of the bar.
It is awkward. When I did it with him, I was like, so like it helps, but it also is like if you're not used to
Stable, right?
it's almost too stable because
Sure.
your body moves like it's not a natural movement.
Well, the other thing I will say is like sometimes when I get up there and weight on bench press, like, you know, my right arm will be going a little bit more than my left. Like it moves fluidly. So
Yeah.
I do understand the benefit from it as well.
Yeah, it's both sides for sure, 100%. So it's that same with squat. Like I was wondering, like, man, it's kind of weird. Am I like leg pressing this, or am I
Sure.
like
Yeah.
just
I don't know. I'd say that a little bit more so as far as squatting. I think because like in some way you can kind of lean back on it. I don't know. I have a hard time with just free squatting, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the balance.
I gotta do
the
box
balance.
squats.
The balance is the biggest challenge for me. So
yeah?
I don't know.
No, 100%. Like the balance, footing position, where you put in the bar on your back, things like that mess with me for sure. So, I got a couple guys that join me. What's up, Excavation 99 and Bloodstained Believer? How are you guys? Been a while since
What's
I
up,
see.
guys? Hey,
Welcome.
could you guys follow our channel as well? It is
Appreciate it.
Awesome Life Entertainment. We are the Awesome Life Podcast. But yeah, let's keep it going. We kind of already divvied into fitness
Yep.
without, getting there. There was another question on here. Are you dating anyone?
Am I
Sure.
dating anybody? Ooh.
That took a little while.
Yeah.
Define dating.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Typically, it's a yes or no kind of question.
Man, I sent this out to the wrong audience. No, I'm just playing.
But-
No, not officially. I mean, I'm still looking. I feel like there's a couple women of interest,
Okay.
but nothing that is super solid right now.
Fair
So
enough.
this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
The LaCroix.
No, we're fancy here.
Yeah, looking for sponsors, LaCroix. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Celsius, Dose, anyone will take
We'll take anybody.
Foot Locker. Okay.
Yeah, even food.
So kind of. So you're looking around. You're in the market, is what you're saying.
You're a free agent.
Yeah.
No one signed you yet. You got a
Yeah.
couple suiters,
You're right.
but you're on the market.
Taking some interviews from some different teams.
Yeah, I'm reviewing resumes, right? So
Okay.
no, the dating world is crazy. Wait. No. Are you dating?
That's funny. I was just making fun of him for the yes or no question.
We're
Right?
gonna just keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. We got questions to ask you. Our
I'm negotiating the contract.
they all know who we are and,
Yeah.
and whatnot. I got a question for you.
Oh.
What are some green flags and what are some red flags?
When you're
What
looking for
what is your give me 3 must-haves and 3 absolutely nots.
Ooh. Specific to me?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's all that matters. We ain't interviewing the word. We're interviewing Cooley Kyle, monetized channel.
making like a nickel an episode, guys.
I need another shot.
I was saying that
Can I
apple
get-
juice just smacked you, didn't it?
Yeah, can I get some more apple juice, motherfucker?
So yeah, I mean, I think that the big things for me are I'm gonna go off of more what's going on inside that person, not necessarily where are they, but where are they going. So like a belief system, I would say that's part of the core foundation
Definitely.
based off of the previous things, right? And I mean,
I'm gonna go get the Henny. You can get. Here, I got you.
we would try the apple juice, but
Is that what someone said?
no, somebody said go Chiefs, and
Oh, go Chiefs!
yeah,
Hey,
we got some.
yo, shout out. Who's that?
We got a heckler. That's Excavation 99.
99. Shout
Yeah.
out Chiefs, man.
Yeah,
They couldn't quite get it done, but still arguably the greatest dynasty of all time.
I'm just gonna say that's debatable at best.
No, the Patriots are the greatest dynasty of all time.
I'm gonna go with the
Stop.
Broncos.
Patriots are 2 dynasties.
Broncos.
Exactly. So
They never won back to back and then went back to 1. The Chiefs did though.
What are you talking about? You won 3 in 4 years.
6 straight AFC championships.
You went to 3 in 4 years. You won 3 in 4 years. 2 back to back. There was a pause, and then 1.
Oh, yeah, they won 2 and 3.
Huh?
I'd argue it's harder to go back to back and then back again.
Okay, that's fine.
No one's done that. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the greatest
yeah, yeah.
dynasty in NFL
Yeah.
history. We're talking
Yeah,
about
we're not talking
Cool
about
Cow.
the Patriots.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the Patriots, but we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going.
I don't know if I got 3, but it was like, I got to see some sort of like dry. I got to see, let's say the fruit of the activity has to be there, right? So it's got to be like, I gotta make sure that we're gonna have an alignment. I don't want to be unequally yoked, specifically in the faith element.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's a good chance that. Well, I want more kids, so that's a big one for me.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker, but it's pretty close. So, like, if I'm not doing that, because my first one was so awesome, I want to do it more. So,
Respectable.
yeah. And I mean, like, that alignment, mindset wise, is huge, just because otherwise, I feel like you could end up with somebody and you're like, okay, we have a good chemistry, but I don't know, if you feel like you're tugging that person along and everything is just a battle, I don't want to have that fight every day unless that person's willing to get on board and kind of, and likewise with me too. Like, I don't want a chick to feel like she's dragging me along.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. This isn't about me, but I just want to say one. I want to say 2 things. I'm gonna give you 1 green flag and 1 red flag. One is for sure a non-negotiable. Cigarettes. I can't do it. Absolutely can't fucking do it. Won't. And then a green flag would be, and I think I've talked about this. A lot of people think that guys aren't attracted to credit scores. I am. I think that's just hot. I think
He's not dating no 520.
Yeah. Hell, let me
I would
see.
like to find a fiscally responsible lady.
Yeah. Let me see your credit card.
I had that date. I had that
Hey,
date.
we know credit card is deceiving.
Yeah,
Yes.
why?
I'll show you a 670.
You got-
it's in the,
You gotta
it's
at
in the
least
500s.
have a good credit card, but we're gonna keep it going. You got a chill zone for us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Run it, man.
Oh, we gonna run it. We gonna run it. Is it transition 2 or 5?
I don't remember.
It's
bro.
been so long. I think it's 5.
You have now entered the chill zone. All right, we're bringing it back. It's been a while. For those who don't know, let me put you on game. Basically, the chill zone is me, your boy Chili, and I call out any person, place, or thing that I feel needs to chill out or calm down, relax, or is just crazy or too wild. And this one hurts me, but I'll have to explain. Denver Nuggets front office firing Mike Malone and Calvin Booth. Mainly Mike Malone is what I'm focused on with 4 games left in the NBA regular season. It's crazy. So they still have a chance in the NBA playoffs. They really do. They have the best player in the entire world.
They do.
And so anything can happen. They still have a chance. It's not that I don't believe in them. I don't understand the timing of it. I don't see how, as far as coaching wise, Mike Malone, I thought was a pretty good coach. I mean, he won them their first chip. He was the longest tenure. He'd been there for 10 years.
And he's also the winningest coach in your franchise.
Correct.
history.
And so I understand there was some beef. I understand there were some problems. The only thing that makes sense is if he lost the locker room, which I don't know. If
I don't think he did. Well,
I don't know.
he didn't lose the
Joker
the
and
star.
Murray, at least. So
Yeah, he didn't lose the star, so I don't understand why they would do that.
I don't know. I haven't given up on the Nuggets. You know, they can. Quote from Joker, and he was basically like, "Well, they think we're vulnerable. Well, you know, the Beast is most dangerous when it's vulnerable. So hopefully it sparks a fire in him."
That is kind of gangster.
It was.
That
Even
is
though
kinda-
he stuttered during it, but that was a
Who
dope
wrote that
quote.
shit for him? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Nah, he's good. He's the best. He's the best player. So we'll see. I still have hope, but I just don't understand the
He won't be
decision.
MVP.
Well, he should be. He's only the his only argument for the MVP is that he's the most valuable player in the NBA. So
He won't. I'm just telling you, he won't be.
well, again, they
Cheers.
recency or unbiased, I guess, or
No,
LeBron syndrome, whatever you want to
it's
call
called voter fatigue.
voter fatigue.
No, it's true. No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
LeBron should have won it six straight years.
He just wasn't the best.
No, he was the best player. But the NBA is weird. It's like the best player on the best team. Within reason. You can't just be like,
Well, that's
have a great record and not have a superstar.
sure. I mean, that's how it is. That's how it is in the NFL too, for the most part. For
You
the most
can't-
part, but
I mean, right? No. that's
Could
not
you could
it's
you be the
close, it's
best
close,
player?
It's close. Ravens and Bills have very similar.
records?
Yeah, very
Well,
close.
But Lamar's stats were better. We
Sure.
went over it.
And that's the
But-
fatigue coming back.
Yeah.
But could you be the best player in isolation? Like,
What do you-
It,
what do you mean?
I mean,
What do you
LeBron's
mean?
been the best player on teams that weren't the best teams.
well, that's what I'm saying. But does that equate out to?
An MVP?
Well, what I'm saying is, does that translate into being a winning team?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a winning record for sure.
But I mean, well, maybe. But I mean, you
Cheers.
just might be the cheers.
Oh, fuck me.
That apple juice is sweet.
No
Yeah,
thanks.
so sweet, so sweet. It's tart.
Didn't know
Very
Avery
tart.
spoke French.
Alrighty. Well, we'll keep it rolling, keep it cooking. Cal, your channel's been popping. All right, I've seen it. I've kept an eye on it here and there.
Uh oh.
You got 2,000 subs, and you were cooking with some of those live streams, man. So, how do you feel about the growth? Where do you want it to go?
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because in that, I mean, you guys are affirming that it is officially a side hustle. It is at this point, it's been a very expensive one in terms of consumption of time.
Sure.
So like as I progress, I don't know if you guys read these. So I've been reading books by Alex Ramosi, Myron Golden.
Iron Golden's dope.
Yeah,
He's
you
dope.
like his content?
Yeah, he's super dope. My finance director put me on to him. He's like, sorry to interrupt.
No,
I
go ahead.
apologize. He's like Grant Cardone without being a douchebag. No,
I
like-
agree.
no,
I agree.
Like and he's obviously very Christian. And he spreads positivity, and he it sounds like he wants to help people, but without the arrogance that you get with Grant Cardone.
I agree.
And he's very successful. Like, I mean, I love. I've watched like 4 or 5 of his, guest speaking or his, him, or just videos of him, and I was impressed by all of them.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things next on my list to like couple with your point is where am I going next is like so like one of the things that blew my channel up was that like doing this replacing the sewer pipe, and so I got a lot of people watching because they probably did want to see me die or hurt myself or break equipment, like I mean I feel like the stuff that does better but is boring isn't necessarily I wouldn't say any of my stuff is necessarily viral, but it could be captivating for an audience to sit there and be like, oh man, I don't want to watch but I want to watch type of thing.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure that out how do you, because it's a blend of, it's either entertainment or it's education. And so which way do I go, or do I kind of do both? And so I kind of want to enjoy what I'm doing in that essence. So
That's important, right?
I think,
Why do it if you don't enjoy it?
right. So like I came up with,
Yeah. Sorry, especially if it's time consuming, like you said.
yeah, I mean, and that's the whole thing is like it's a very limited resource. So when you're looking at that, I drilled down on what I call the 6 pillars, and I realized I wasn't having fun. So it was faith, family, fitness, friends, and finance, but there was no fun. So I had to implement that. There's a term for that, and I'll start with the first letter. I don't know what it is.
Oh gosh, this is gonna kill me.
Look it up. We'll edit it later. But anyways.
Yeah, right.
So when I realized that, I was like, I don't mind doing this, but like, obviously, my desire is same with Myron Golden is where I want to pour back, and so I want to seed plant back into society, and I want to elevate people with me. And so like
Hell yeah.
that's kind of what's on my heart. I also started my financial planning channel, but I can't have interactive content, so it's just very.
It's very weird. Like I want to put like give him shout outs, in the comments, but his company's suppressing his Riz.
It's very true.
I've seen this happen before.
That's all they do is
My
suppress
my
it.
Riz has been suppressed on numerous occasions.
Hey, let it fly today, brother.
Yeah. No, okay.
But
True.
go ahead.
Time out. I just want to Myron Golden. I just want to say something. Something that I is a quote. All right, I had a couple of drinks. I'm trying to
Of apple juice.
of apple juice.
Welcome back to altitude.
On the cruise, I could drink like
8 of
10 of
those.
those, no problem.
Sea level.
What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, Myron Golden. He says, you can't. Did he say you can't quit your job?
He does say things.
He said
like
something like you can't quit your job. You can't quit your job if your money's unemployed.
that. Tell me, what does that mean to you?
You gotta have your money work for you, bro.
All right.
It's I thought of it like I know I
can't
might
say
have
it.
butchered it, but like that is beautiful. Like you gotta
That is.
figure out how to make your money make you money, and then you will find freedom.
So
I like that.
yeah, no, I think that's great. And one of the other things that I like that he talks about is walking past abundance to get to the lack. And in my mind, part of what I was doing was I was walking by a bunch of other opportunity because of my inability to focus. And that's where I realized I had to drill down before I could build up. And I really needed to get that foundation in place because a lot of I'm a dreamer, but I'm also a doer, which equals Kyle as being distracted. And so that just leads to shiny object syndrome. And
Shiny object.
right,
That's funny.
it's so true, man. It's like, how many things have I done?
Sure.
You too?
Well, I mean, shiny object syndrome. I just like that again, as far as like what's new, or just like what draws your attention at that point in time.
Yeah. Like what stimulates you, because like I think a lot of us are inclined that way, especially with the way that you look at, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook. Like, how long is our attention span being captivated?
I mean, not too long. I can't tell you how much time I spend just looking at reels that are a minute long and then move on to the next thing, right?
Maybe a minute, right?
Like, how much substance is actually in a lot of those things? Sometimes there is, but for the most part, no, it's just brief entertainment.
Right. A little dopamine hit.
A little
Like-
dopamine.
I got a dopamine hit right now. Damn, I thought I was gonna work out after this. I don't know about that.
Oh, we're gonna go lift?
You wanna go lift afterwards?
Let's go.
I have my rec center right here. 24
He'll still go.
All right.
No,
You coming?
no,
I got.
he's got plans.
Yeah.
That arrangement, they're still trying to sign the deal.
Yeah, trying to lock in a long-term agreement.
He
Might have to sign one.
see, she, he just wants a 1 year, $100 million contract.
That's not necessarily true.
However,
Yeah.
they want a 10-year, $1 billion contract.
Not
Hey,
entirely true.
Let's just give him a shout out then, because like I've seen Chili he'll chew the glass and stare into the abyss, so he's willing to do the grind. So don't.
What does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I'll chew the glass and stare into the abyss.
So what that means?
I just imagine you. Yo, this is you right here.
Just
just bleeding out your mouth.
That's
gnawing on some corn in the back room.
That's exactly what it means. Is he's so like if you find a girl that's down for that, that's that.
Sure.
Because you're willing to do the long game, right?
Yeah, no, again, bro, we'll see. I hope for the best, but we'll keep it going
All
here.
right. Check-ins
All
later.
right, this is a good question. All right, so let's say money was not an issue, and you can travel anywhere. Where are you going, and who are you going with? But the catch is, you gotta leave tomorrow morning.
You have a limited amount of money to go
But you gotta
take a trip.
grab one person, bounce.
Oh, one person.
One person, only
I
one
was
person.
like, you didn't specify that at first. I was like, I was
I don't
sending out
think
a
that's
group
what
text.
was intended when I made that question, but we could make it one person.
One person.
Oh, one person.
Yeah.
So I'll probably. I already have trips planned out for later this year at some point. So I'm going South Korea and UK, and I might do them at the same time.
But right now, you were given
No, I got like 24 hours
you,
or 12.
You have until tomorrow morning.
12 hours, yeah.
You got a 6 a.m. flight. Where are you going?
Money's not a problem.
Money's not a problem. Who you taking?
That would just like check those boxes.
I'm just saying, if Justice is with his mom this weekend, I hope it's me, dog. I hope it's me. I hope you take.
All right, let me correct my dialogue.
Psych!
I'm taking Mr. Phoenix, and we are going where you want to go, bro. This is my give back.
No. I'm South Korea and UK. Shit, there was a time where I thought I was gonna get like $200K from like a lawsuit because I got hurt at work, and I asked my two best friends at the time. I was like, hey yo, if I get this money, and I help transplant us there, will you go to the UK with me?
So you'd go to the UK.
UK and South Korea, down.
So we got a place in the UK to stay. Couple, actually.
Bro, we got unlimited amounts of money. Why are we worried about staying with people?
Because we're having fun.
Well, we can have fun
We're
in La Maurice, France, if we want to.
France.
I'm just
Look,
throwing
That's
it.
gonna France, you know you can't pee in public because they created these little gutters that makes it bounce back onto your pants.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned.
Sorry.
Not really my thing.
I know, mine either, but I saw it in the news.
Alright, what about you? You take. What are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you taking?
I feel bad because I feel like I gotta pick Kyle.
Pick him,
But
Pick him and see who I pick then.
you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me
Continue,
finish. It ain't
continue.
you, motherfucker.
They're gonna fight after this.
It's tough because I know you're gonna pick Trevor anyways. It's between Greg and Nathan, and I don't know who I would choose.
Ooh.
But I think the destination would be the same either way, and it would be Japan. I had to pick one. I don't
Yes,
know
bro.
which one,
Yeah.
but we're going to Japan, and we're gonna ball out. We're gonna have all kinds of cups of ramen.
Hell,
We're gonna have,
Ramen.
we're gonna have all kinds of wagyu.
the most
Yeah.
expensive sake
Yeah,
that money can buy.
Bye.
See, Japan was my answer, but yeah, I feel like I gotta take Trevor. He will be in his homeland.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta take him there. The funny thing is, people would try to talk to him.
To subscribe to the channel, we need subscribers.
People would think that he speaks the language, and he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Huh? Huh? Yo, let me tell you something. Trevor's a pretty smart individual, but when he gets drunk, he looks like the dumbest motherfucker you ever meet, bro. That face he makes, that I can't explain. I'm trying to explain it. I can't.
I know, and then
It's like there's no soul in there.
and you say something to him, he's like,
And he speaks.
"I'm gonna."
And then he mumbles gibberish. He's like,
That's how much music.
Sounds like the worst.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep it going, keep it rolling.
Not representing yourself well. That's what I heard.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Myron Golden was touching on that.
He was.
Yeah,
He was cooking.
You want to hear?
Go ahead. You got something?
Well, like you just said, you may have a book of wisdom over here, but the way that you're communicating it to your audience, that's everything. And words are powerful.
Words are very powerful.
So if you're not articulating the thought, or you're not or enunciating, like the message is lost, right?
It is. So I always go back to. Okay, I'm rambling. I always think about like how much sharper I was when I was younger, and it's not. I'm definitely wiser, for sure. My 18-year-old self was like he just thought rainbows and unicorns. Like he just thought he had everything figured out, bro. However, that dude was fucking sharp. I blame part of my industry for you gotta dumb it down. You gotta
Keep it simple.
To keep it simple. But there was a time in my life where I got into this. I don't know if you heard of an Enneagram or Enneagram.
Enneagram.
Where it breaks down your people's personalities into 9 types. And I got so fascinated with that. I wanted to know what I was to a T. And then when I was done with knowing what I was, I wanted to know what my friends were. So I started figuring out what they were. Then I got so good at this book that I read, I was able to identify who people were within a 3 to 5 minute conversation. Then you know how to talk to those people.
That's good.
You could say, we all speak English in here, but we interpret it differently. So learning how to talk to, or what you have to say to get someone to be more responsive to the message is so important. You have to identify that it's almost like love languages,
100%.
Some people like to touch, some people like affirmation.
Gestures.
But once you can identify those things, you're an excellent salesperson.
True.
I mean, that is part of it,
true.
right?
And I forgot because I'm so good at what I do.
Yeah.
Without that I've forgotten that used to be part of what got me to where I'm at.
But that's also part of the
Back to
skill set.
basics.
So there's basically like a sign of high intelligence is taking something complicating and reducing it to simplicity. But then there's also the flip side is that your mastery of a skill set becomes second nature, and it's like muscle memory in that essence. And so you just became very well practiced. You probably just started implementing it on the other side.
Can I get a picture for the one time? Oh, okay. You want to flex on it?
Sun's out, guns out.
Cool. I gotta get more behind the scenes thing. Keep going.
There we go. But I think that's interesting because when you're sitting there and you're trying to connect with people, you want to figure out, okay, where am I adding value? How do I serve this person? Because you got to figure out what's their need, because ultimately if you serve them, then you will come out ahead, right?
Yeah.
But I discovered that I always wondered why my parents had a successful relationship. It was because they spoke the same love language. But otherwise, I'm like, you're not exchanging currency on the same level, the love bank.
The love bank. This dude dropping nuggets.
Nuggets.
Right here.
That's right. It's true, though.
I hope
It's
some
true.
nuggets drop.
So
More
with your...
points.
Awesome Life Locks.
They're coming back soon.
We are coming back soon. It was our little segment where we would wager.
We might need to rename it.
Yeah.
Because we were both in the negative.
Yeah.
As far as the loss.
I think we ended up like 5 and 7 each.
Yeah.
I think you might have been
I
6
took
and 8.
I took the last one.
Yeah, he did.
Even though it cost everything.
What is this?
So go ahead. Explain.
All right. So basically, Awesome Life Locks was where we were doing it for the NFL season specifically. So, like DraftKings, BetMGM, any of the sports books. So they'll have different odds, different bets that you can place. Well, the rule was as long as it was basically even odds, so like we'll say minus 110 or better, anything in the plus, you could take it. So Travis Kelce touchdown, Tyreek Hill over 90 yards, whatever it is. And we're saying, all right, that's our lock for a week, and if it hit, you'd get credit. Well, again, we both, unfortunately, we started to get a little more risky. I shouldn't have gone away from it. I was cooking at first, and
He
then I
was
started
doing the most easy bets, and I guilted him into
a little
doing
bit,
some
a
more
little bit.
risky
Next
bets.
year, I'm not going to. I'm sticking by the rules, and I'm gonna be firm with it. But anyway,
Good.
basically,
he ended
bets
up winning.
bets that you would quote unquote guarantee that we would actually put money on ourselves.
Most of the times I
Yeah.
do put the money.
So we're gonna do similar thing with the NBA playoffs coming up here soon. We're gonna have a bracket, come up with some kind of score system. We'll have some kind of wager on it again. So it's still coming back.
I still gotta pay off my bet.
Yes, true, very true. So
It can be tomorrow.
We will
if
do
you
that.
want.
yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That's an interesting concept because you deviated from your methodology.
A little bit.
I see this all the time.
I
With
psychologically mind.
Not even.
No,
not
just
even.
like-
Well, he would also have ones. He didn't even know what the odds were. It just put like Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. I'm like, what? That's minus 200.
No, that's
Like,
not
it's just-
true. All my shit was legit. My shit was
the
legit.
thing is, he didn't know if it was legit
It
or not.
was
He was
legit.
just spewing it off the
It
dome.
was legit.
No research, just all feelings is what.
And I was all legit.
okay, so here's the thing. I want to hear your gambling methodology.
I have none.
Exactly.
He
It's
just
all
confirmed
feelings.
it.
It's all feelings for the most
Okay.
part.
Okay.
It's all Miami based.
Okay, so part of your methodology was to mess with his.
Yes.
Whatever.
Okay.
Not even,
Yes.
Not even.
All
Yes,
right.
'cause
He called me out, and
he,
again,
he picked something so simple like Travis Kelce, 45 yards and 3 receptions. Like, come on, bro.
it's the over under.
I'm just saying it's
So-
it's just like it's soft. It's
Okay.
soft. It's like picking on a special needs kid. Like,
That-
why
that's
would you
not
do
a
that?
fair-
Why would you fight that
That's
person?
not a fair comparison.
Why would you
Okay.
fight that person?
It's because
So-
you know you can predictably win.
So well, here's the thing. So if the odds are equal, right? Less yards, the payout's the same. More yards, payout's the same. No, that's not a weak bet. It's a weak bet because he respects the player. He respected Travis Kelce, and Travis Kelce's typically good for that. Me taking advantage of that, it isn't a weak bet. It's the same either way. The odds are the same. So
I
he
mean,
can be upset with it, but at the end
I'm
of
not
the day,
upset.
the
I
end
wasn't angry at you.
at
I was
the,
just I was calling a spade a spade. I thought it was soft.
Yep,
There was no huevos. There was no like
no,
cojones.
but it's not about like the bravado, the machismo.
It
It's
absolutely is. It absolutely
Pride is the devil, and he was very prideful.
What did we
And-
talk about when we were talking about lust is your sin, pride's my sin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And who's buying who a steak dinner at the end of the day? So we'll
That-
keep it. We'll
You
keep it
know,
at
don't
that.
make me go back to the tape because I still felt like you fucked me on it.
No, go back to the tape.
I'll go to the tape. I'll go to the
I'm-
tape.
I'm
That's it. I'm
certain-
done. I'm going to the
I
tape.
am certain that I didn't.
And if I find out we're tied, I ain't getting you shit.
That's fine. I wouldn't want you to.
Yeah.
Fact
I don't
check.
need your handouts.
Yeah.
I won fair and square. End of that.
Karen Square. Y'all
Uh,
shut down Saquon Barkley and didn't win shit.
That's right.
Hey,
you
he
guys
was going-
haven't won a playoff game in 20 years.
25 years if we're being,
So,
being
you know,
exact.
my run's been a little better.
Yeah, it's all good.
Hey,
Uh,
if you're going with probability versus emotion,
there is
you
a little
know
bit
that.
of both. I'm not going to act like I don't use emotion at all.
You
towards
picked
that.
Travis Kelce. He's a Travis Kelce
Yeah.
Glazer and Taylor Swift lover.
I mean,
we're gonna have to have a chat
I'm
about
not
this, Chili.
Taylor Swift's neither here nor
I'm
there.
just
for
talking
me.
shit, bro. It's not being
Um,
upset, bro.
So this is what I'm saying. NCAA Division I men's basketball is better basketball for what basketball is than the NBA.
False.
And this is
100%.
why. And honestly, I really don't even think it's close. Now, while I'll give the NBA, I love the NBA. I'll give it credit. It's more entertaining. The superstars are tremendous. They're the best players. But the college basketball is better basketball for what basketball is for several different reasons. One,
Explain.
team focus. It is way more heavy team focus. Well, hold up, let me talk before you interrupt. So
I was so sure. I was so sure.
yeah, you were about to though.
No, I wasn't. I was
lip,
just-
his lip was quivering.
No, I'm waiting my turn.
Team focus in NBA. You said it yourself. LeBron carried many teams by himself practically to the NBA Finals. And it's not the same. Not the same in college. You will have some stars in college, but at the end of the day, it is way more team focused. They actually play defense in college. There's barely any defense in the NBA, and I understand that they're at the level. Offensive power is stronger than defense. It is what it is. But for example, where do you see full court press in the NBA? You don't,
Yeah.
because they can't do it.
They're like, what is that?
They literally can't even do it. The NBA, they whine and bitch so much. They call so many more fouls. It's, I mean, some games it's just atrocious. The crybabies.
Some?
From LeBron to even Joker at times. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. They're just, they spend more time bitching about the refs or at the refs than they do trying to play defense.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do you think that I would? How fast would I foul out in an NBA game?
Fucking like
Easy.
3 minutes. This motherfucker's hack.
Hack.
Kyle hack a wall.
I am just I play solid 1970s through early 90s basketball.
And you'd foul out even faster in the NCAA because you only get 5 as opposed to 6 fouls.
That's
Anyway,
true.
I'll keep it going. So when you see the season going on, NCAA, less games are more meaningful. NBA players nowadays take games off all the time. Season's too long, and a lot of times they just don't care until it gets to the playoffs. In the NBA, all right, there's probably about 5 teams, but a lot of times there's 2 or 3 teams are going to be in the NBA Finals. Not a whole lot of diversity as far as that field. NCAA, March Madness tournament, 1 game, you lose, you're out. You see 2 seeds upset 15s. You even seen a 1 seed upset 16. Most of the time, yeah, you'll have the best teams at the end, but anything can happen. It's kind of like football in that regards. And finally, home court advantage in the NCAA is actually home court advantage.
That's
I mean, shit. That Mavs game, you'd think they're all Lakers fans with the way Luka was scoring. So the home court advantage exists in the NCAA. In the NBA, it does exist. It really doesn't exist too much until the 4th quarter. So, as far as basketball goes in its entirety, NCAA is a better product.
So, first off, if you're gonna do that, you should instead of listing out all 18 things you had to mention, you should let someone rebuttal to each one. Now I have to go back in the chamber and think of each.
I can remind you.
Each thing.
I can remind you the five things that I brought up.
Okay, you didn't. It wasn't 5. It was much more than 5. But anyways, we're so better product. That's the first thing you said. Better product.
For
How can
as
you, no,
basketball,
hold on. You said better product. That's what I asked.
as far as basketball itself,
We're talking about basketball. So what else will we be talking? We ain't talking tennis.
basketball in the way it's supposed to be played. Basketball is offense and defense.
Okay.
So that's what I mean.
Best product. How can you have the best product when you don't have the best players? The best players are the product. You don't have basketball without the stars. What did everyone's talking about Cooper Flag? That's the star. That's who's, and he collapsed. He didn't hit the game-winning shot in that game. One of the worst collapses in NCAA history.
It was.
But that's neither here nor there. The better product comes from the better players. They are professionals for a reason. Most of those players you watch in college don't even make it to semi-pro. So if I'm going to watch something, I want to watch the best of the best to do it. We don't watch Bellator, we watch UFC. Because the best of the best fight in the UFC. Now, let's deviate from that. I don't like a 30-second shot clock, which is college. Don't like it. I don't like 2 halves instead of 4 quarters. I think it breaks the flow of the game better. Oh, you ready? Okay, I got you. Okay, time out. This intermission has been brought to you by
Apple juice.
VSPO.
I feel like I'm not going to interject a lot here because I have stopped following this, but I do feel like
I'll take the small one.
I am annoyed by I agree. like defense has left. Like there's I feel like we're rewarding some soft gameplay in the NBA.
Okay. So, I will tell you that the NBA is softer than it was in the 90s,
Oh, for sure.
even maybe early 2000s. Softer. But there's a reason behind it. You want your star players to be healthy. You want them to make it to the best time in sports, in my opinion, is playoff basketball. I love it. See, playoff football is great.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. But we get so little of it, and that makes you appreciate it more.
It does.
But like that first off, the first round of the NBA playoffs is fucking amazing.
Games every night.
Every night you got like
Numerous games. every
numerous
night.
games every night. Even
And
the
you can actually watch them.
Yeah,
So
and even the second rounds typically, actually, you get more balanced, matchups in round 2 than you do round 1. You're saying there's typically, you could have like a 16 seed beat a 3 seed or whatever you were saying. But typically, it's the top 4 teams that end up in the Final Four or close. That's exactly what we got this year.
This year.
That's exactly what we got this year.
It's pretty rare.
Shit, I remember this one. We had a spiff on it. I remember the year. I guessed 3 out of the 4. I got 3 out of the 4 fucking teams, and they were all basically top seed. This is when Gonzaga and North Carolina, South Carolina. I had those 3 teams. I get it. But ultimately, your best teams usually make it to the championship. Top 5 teams, usually.
What are your guys' favorite teams? Somebody's asking.
Miami Heat.
Denver Nuggets.
You got it on right now.
And if you're talking about college,
University of Miami.
my dad went to Purdue and my mom went to Duke, so I'll root for Boulder as well since we live here.
Yeah, I would root for Boulder too. University of Miami would be first. But I did root for Florida, and I did win money against TD.
They did
TD,
win.
you owe me a steak dinner at Saltgrass. The 3-point line's closer. I'm just saying, it's an easier sport. It does make a difference, bro. It does make a difference. Percentages will tell you that.
No, because bro, the other thing in the NBA, the jump shot, the mid-range J is nearly dead. If they're not shooting a 3 or dunking it,
That's not true. You
It
still
is true.
got your Kevin Durant's, your DeMar DeRozan.
it happens though. Again, it
Donovan
happens,
Mitchell lives off the fucking mid-range.
but they're hacking up long distance and also the line's a foot back. Okay, whatever. It doesn't make that much of a difference.
It does make a
It
difference.
doesn't. And in fact, if you watch college, most of the time they're about a foot or 2 back when they take that shot anyway, which would be an NBA 3. So I guess that point I don't understand. But again, when it comes to basketball for what it is and how it should be played, is my point. Yeah, NBA is more entertaining. I will absolutely
So
agree.
that's part of that. So how do you have a better product if it's not more entertaining?
Because it's a product. Okay, so if all they did was just run down the court and only shoot 3s, and they made a lot of them, they obviously would miss some. Yeah, that'd be super entertaining, but that's not what basketball is and how it's supposed to be played.
But okay, although there's an increase in 3-point shooting, that doesn't mean that's the only thing that fucking happens.
It's not. It's
There's
a
plenty
lot.
of mid-range, bro. You're
Not a lot.
You're
Definitely not what it used to
you're-
be, and not as much as it is in
because
college.
you have better shooters now. You have now 1 through 5 can shoot 3s.
So
That's the difference. They didn't train the people didn't train for that shit. That's something they lacked. One of the big things you say when we talk about Shaq versus Joker is, oh, Joker can hit 3s. Okay.
It's part of it. He can also hit mid range. He can hit anywhere.
Okay, great. But that's what they weren't trained. They didn't do that back then. Okay, so
Not
just
nearly
because,
as much.
bigs just didn't shoot 3s. Like you had very few.
Sure,
Very few.
I'll agree to that.
Like most centers are like stretch 5s. Your starting center is a stretch 5. on at least half of the teams now.
Sure.
Where it used to be like Dirk Nowitzki was your stretch.
I get you. My point is there's a difference between entertaining and quality basketball. All right, the dunk contest, super fucking entertaining. Is that quality basketball? No, that's not even really basketball. It's just a sub product. That's a sub product
That's a
of
contest.
it. Correct.
It's
Three
not-
point contest, right? Same
It's a
thing.
contest.
Super entertaining, but that is not basketball in itself.
But-
Defense is half of the game.
It is.
And the NBA lacks it. A lot of times the players don't even give a shit about it. If we're being honest.
Good offense beats great defense 9 times out of 10.
Correct. And
And
NCAA,
offense is so much
NCAA,
better.
it's a lot closer.
Yeah, because the talent's weaker.
I mean, it
It's
is
easier to play.
weaker,
It's easier to play good defense than it is to play good offense.
but
Period.
yeah, but those guys,
You're gonna have
are-
more. You're gonna have more people. There's so many people out in the league that can in the NBA even they play really good defense,
they do.
but they don't play really good offense. Okay, that it's harder to be an excellent offensive player.
Sure, they still play a role.
it is
Yeah,
to be
they
a
still
defense.
play a role. I mean,
And the gap between how good the offensive players are and how good the defensive players are is bigger than it is in college basketball. They're closer. You're gonna have a few NCAA players that their offense is NBA level offense, but you can get NBA level defense from a college player easier than you can get NBA level offense from a
yeah.
college player.
Again, as far as offense and defense, it's more even competition, which creates a better product for what basketball is. I like
Well,
that.
That's where I rest.
I have questions. Agree on separate points with both of you because I do feel like I hate how the NBA, there's just very weak defense. There's not typically a full court press.
But you
I don't watch
you don't need a full court press the entire game.
And I'm not saying that you
But
do.
no, but it takes it's a strategy. The reason why Duke lost was because they were not ready for that shit. They could not get they could not get the ball down the court, and
The college basketball that you say is a better product, the reason why they lost is because they didn't do what? What you're complaining about the NBA.
No, but don't. Okay, but if
that's,
you,
again it's defense. They can't do that in the NBA. They don't want to do that in the NBA.
Full court press
Is a part of the basketball.
is a last 4 or 5 minutes of the game type of thing.
but see that
No, not entirely. No, some
I feel
teams
like-
will do it the whole game.
I'm saying NBA. That's what.
Oh,
they-
no, it doesn't exist in the NBA.
It does. Full
No,
court press.
it doesn't. I can't. I mean, okay, sure. At the very last part of the game, sure.
The last 4 or 5 minutes, if it's a close game, you'll get a full court press because people are trying to create steals.
right.
'Cause
That's
they-
the whole point, though. Is that,
But you don't. But if you're playing good, you don't need to force that. When you force that shit, if you fuck up, you put yourself at such a disadvantage. You're doing that because it's a gamble. That's a gamble. You're doing that to try to force a turnover. That if you don't, you might be out of position, and then someone has an easy, three.
but it's a calculated risk, and so that's where I lean on this side because I'm like, if you're taking a calculated risk as far as how you're playing defense, so you play what's the best 3-point shooter percentage wise?
In the NBA,
Yeah,
ever or
or
like Steph Curry, what's he shoot?
He's like
best
high
3-point
30s,
best
low
3-point
40s.
shooter regardless.
Okay. So what's the likelihood of like a high pressure defensive position, pressuring bad passes, a steal, something like that? Like obviously something's better than nothing.
You also risk a foul too when you get that aggressive.
Well,
So you risk
you play
a-
defense like I do.
You
Well,
you
they'll,
risk-
they'll call fouls in the NBA for breathing on them.
That's true.
you risk a foul. You risk being out of position because you try to jump a pass or
Well-
like you're facing this way. If someone blows by you, now they have 3-4 steps minimum, no matter how fast you are. I mean,
But that's a calculated risk.
it is a calculated risk, but that calculation that doesn't mean that you're going to doesn't mean it's better than his percentage of shooting a three over your head.
No, and I understand that, but I feel like if you don't stop the play from developing, then you're automatically accepting a better shot. So I mean, if I was coaching, I would be lean towards, yeah, let's get a press going, but also at the same time, like, there's obviously a reason that they don't do it. So they must know something I don't. That's the reason.
I mean, well, offense is just overpowered.
Alright,
Anyway,
we're
yeah,
gonna keep it moving.
we gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
But I do want to. I have two thoughts,
Go for it.
but we'll come back.
Go
to
for it. We're just running
But I'm curious about Mac McClung because we brought up Doug.
greatest
Cotton.
white boy of all time.
Yeah,
He's in the top. He's in the top 10. Greatest white
he
boys of all time.
he is pretty impressive. But then also Caitlin Clark. While we're on the topic,
She's dope. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like bringing eyes to women's basketball for sure.
Like, she's literally bringing like so much like eyes to basketball, and like the WNBA community like was like hating on her. Like, why would you do that? This girl is bringing. Y'all complain about how much y'all get paid. This girl is gonna be is an avenue to more money for y'all.
Girls are jealous.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, women don't hate. And then, far as Matt McClung, that dude he's legit. He's legit.
yeah.
I wish he
the
was.
dunks
I
is
wish he was a
crazy.
little taller, because then maybe he would have
Yeah,
a legit career. And
Correct. Yeah, correct.
You know, you can't just jump out the gym.
Yeah. Or like if he was just money from three or all
Yeah.
the time, he might have a better shot.
you guys.
He's
want-
not that bad of a shooter.
He's a
I
good
believe
shooter.
it. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep it
Sorry.
rolling, bro.
Go ahead, sorry.
Lucas returned to Dallas. He just returned to Dallas. He dropped 45, 6, and 8. Pretty impressive performance. I kind of felt for the guy.
You
Started
have to
crying and
before
quivering,
yeah.
and at
The Mavs tribute to him.
at the end of the day, he is 25 years old. So that's a lot.
Still a kid.
It was pretty. He was talking to a reporter after the game. And he's like, "I get to sleep in my bed tonight," because he still has. The worst trade in professional sports history.
Dude, it might be. I mean, besides anything the Bills trade to Kansas City as far as draft night, it's up there. You can.
Babe Ruth,
Sure, yeah.
a lot
A
of
lot of the baseballs. I mean,
Shaq to the Heat, from
yeah.
Lamar Odom
Yeah.
and Ron Butler, bro.
Yeah. I would argue it's the most shocking for sure. Like that,
Yeah.
like when you called me, you were like, "Oh, the Nuggets aren't doing shit anymore," and I was like, "Wow, okay, what?" And then you're like, "You got Luka." I was like, "Bullshit, they got
No
Luka."
one believed that.
I was
shit.
like, "Bullshit, not a chance." They just got Luka Doncic.
And
That's what I thought. That was
crazy.
wild.
That's exactly what they got.
What is this, two-sided?
Oh yeah. We're not done. I sent you the damn.
I read it. I memorized it.
Oh, I'm sure you
You
did.
memorized it.
I'm sure you did. We're gonna keep it going.
Boom, 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 boom.
What's up? I'm gonna keep it real. How are you?
Yo, listen. All of Cooley Kyle's followers need to follow Awesome Life Entertainment. Put it in the chat. Put it in the here.
Here, give me a link.
Yeah, let's get a link going. Yeah, open up another browser. But yeah, we're gonna keep it going while he gets y'all to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate every last subscriber. We're not a big monetized channel like Cooley Kyle, but we're on our way. We're on our way. Let's keep it going.
They're doing it. They're
Boom,
coming
boom,
for me.
boom, boom.
Watch. Yo. This is The Watch with Mr. Phoenix. This is when I discuss major topics in music, entertainment, rumors, gossip, things like that. We're going to keep it going with Kanye Worst. He's not Kanye West anymore. He's Kanye Worst.
Is not the Kanye best?
He's Kanye worst. A week ago, he did an interview with DJ Academics, and it's one of the most awkward interviews I've ever seen. He shows up in his Sean John shirt. It was like it wasn't even like a bougie hotel. It was like a weird hotel room, and they didn't sit down. They stood up, but most importantly, he had a. Can I even say that word? Can I say the word? Like swap.
Yeah,
can I
I don't
say
know.
that?
Just don't.
He wore a chain
Why can't you?
that
Because
dude,
man,
you
we
can't.
can't.
You have to say unalive. You can't
Yeah.
even say.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You can't say
How am I still monetized?
that.
It's like two S's that we all
Cross
know what it
over
is,
together. But yeah, Kanye was wearing a chain that had that negative symbol, and he was also rocking a black KKK outfit.
It's just crazy. Bro.
And I watched that entire interview.
Is it like
It-
Cooley Kyle kicks it?
Listen, Kanye means a lot to me. I mean, a lot. He helped, shape the person I am today off of his early music. Like that music, that confidence. I didn't have that confidence in myself until like that music was empowering, and like I'm like literally seeing a hero of mine turn
Crumble.
into a villain. He has to be studied for the most self-sabotage. He's cost himself a couple $1 billion.
Easy.
Easy. He's as bad as Nico Harris trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers in financial.
Arguably worse.
worse.
At least he traded someone else. He didn't
Yeah.
trade himself.
Like it's crazy
Yeah,
how,
bro.
how he's done this to himself. I mean, this album he just released, Bully, would possibly be like. Did you send him the right link? Oh yeah, you did. You did. All right, follow us, guys, please.
Ahmed thinks that he went Illuminati.
That's
I think it's the opposite. He went against the Illuminati.
Did he?
Illuminati shuns this guy.
He's out.
They don't want him.
I think he's in his own spectrum.
Yeah, he's
There's no.
there's the norms. The people that aren't part of the Illuminati, and there's Kanye.
He's on the spectrum.
He's on a completely different spectrum. He's got mental health issues. Like it's crazy though. Like I listened to this interview and like 95% of what he's saying is complete garbage, but then there's 5% of like he's probably right about
Dude,
that.
there's nuggets of truth in every crazy
Yeah.
conspiracy, every dumb take. Like, even Skip Bayless will say some things that are
I
true.
don't know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a fucking
it's
hater.
crazy.
Anyways, that's what I got for the watch.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It
Bro.
is super unfortunate.
Let's keep it
These
going.
shoes are on sale, yo. Go on StockX. Super sale.
Just because of time crunch, I'm gonna skip over one. Most irrational fear.
Ooh.
What do you think? Let me say mine.
Yeah, go.
Bro, if I'm like a little tipsy or like a little high and I'm on like the beach looking up at the stars or in the mountains looking up at the stars, I have this irrational fear that I'm just gonna gravity's gonna stop and I'm gonna fly out into space, bro. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. It's the most irrational fear that I got.
Just gravity goes.
No, I'm just gonna be like, ah! just straight up into space, bro. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's great. That's pretty good. How about yours?
You can go. You got
No.
a irrational fear?
I don't have many, but I think that it's like when I'm sitting there thinking about a phone call, a meeting, and I kind of get in my head or my feelings about, oh man, this is going to go so sideways, and I'm thinking about all the crap that could go wrong. I'm like, people are never thinking that way. Like, I think we're all thinking about ourselves and flying off the planet. And like, how is this thing gonna fall apart?
That we are. That we are. What about you, Phoenix? What do you?
All right, my irrational fear is holding in a sneeze and dying.
Is it really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think statistically, it could happen.
It could.
I think
What?
like
What's the probability
Yeah,
on that?
Probably
y'all
low.
keep talking, bro. I got a piece of
low, but it's never none.
Don't say them there.
It's low, but it's never done.
Low, but it's never nothing. Damn,
Is
that's
that
funny.
a thing? Can you have like a heart attack from holding in your
I
seizure?
don't know, but maybe like an aneurysm or like a seizure.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's funny.
I mean, in all reality, that's more likely than flying off the planet, I think.
Yeah, no one's ever died from just flying out into just on the Earth, flying out into space. So that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Like when you think about those laws, right? And I've been studying probabilities because I was also getting into this with a guy that I was debating about unbelief in God.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at like, okay, you want to get into science. So I'm like, what are probabilities of like life on this planet in this universe? What's the likelihood of you being you? And I'm like, this is astronomical. But I want to know who's got the most by the probability standards of like dying from holding a sneeze in, which I've done. Can hurt actually. And flying off the planet, which
No, again, there's maybe like one or two people who have died from holding in a sneeze. They're probably super old. I don't think anyone's actually died from.
So
No one's died from
let me tell you something.
flying off
I have
Earth.
some of the most aggressive sneezes you'll ever.
The dad sneezes.
Yes,
is what,
I
is
do.
what it
I
is.
do, and I remember I held one in once that I saw spots and I almost passed out.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh, that's like doing a deadlift PR.
Yeah.
Oh, people do pass out.
they do.
Pass out from that.
They do.
Let's keep it going. We could go for a long time on this next one. Let's try to keep it relatively short. The tariffs, bunch of tariffs. U.S. tariffs. Trump.
Tariff time.
Trump is tariffing. He's the terrible tariffs.
Is he terrific or terrible?
Tariffable.
Yeah.
I'll give my 2 cents. So, are they good or bad? Well, the answer is both. At the end of the day, it is always good to try to incentivize companies to make products in America to America. That I think is good. And the other thing is we have been getting ripped off for a long time. There's always been tariffs on. What's weird is like you look at the tariff chart, and countries always have way more tariffs on us than we do on them.
Yeah.
And yes, it can temporarily hurt the consumer, the American consumer. But at the end of the day, I do think that I think what he's doing is good because either two things happen. One is we just go ban for ban, tariff for tariff, and again, eventually something's going to have to be worked out.
This is the greatest bad for bad in
Low key,
history.
you see a lot of countries being like, all right, you know what? We'll talk about it. We'll drop all of our tariffs. So then all of a sudden, okay, you can export goods at a way higher rate. Again, I'm no expert on the matter. I just know that America has been getting the short end of the stick for a long time when it comes to that, and he's trying to do something about it. Again, we're not the world's piggy bank, and at the end of the day, it's about Americans, America first. So
America.
we'll see.
God
see.
bless America and no place else, right? Right?
Yeah,
That's
every-
not what I said. That's not what I said.
I'm just playing.
I'm an American. You know.
No, that's
know?
from a movie. It's called Head of State.
Okay. I was like, I didn't say that, but you.
Not
Chris,
Right.
Chris Rock's like running
Oh.
for president, and the guy he's going against, he would always say, "God bless America," and
And nobody else. That's
no
funny.
place else, bro.
But that is the way that those statements are taken, right? That's the whole thing with the tariffs is like good for us, bad for everybody else.
So here's what I think. Tariffs should be even. If you're gonna give us a 20% tariff, we're gonna 20% tariff your ass. Period.
I agree.
So I do think they can be a good thing. They're terrible for us short term. People are terrified.
Terror.
That's the dad joke of the episode.
Yes. The stock market crashed immediately. Crypto crash immediately. You don't want to know how much unrealized gains I've missed
Don't come
in
back.
the
Don't worry.
last
Don't
9
sell.
to
Hold
10
on.
weeks. We're talking like 140 bands.
What's
bro.
Bitcoin at?
Wow.
I'm still up on my original investment by like 40 racks, alright?
Hey, to get up, you gotta get down.
Hey, I like that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, God. God. God
Um,
bless us.
You praying now?
Yeah.
I pray all the
We'll
time,
see.
bro.
We'll see.
Talk
We'll-
about that.
The only,
Did say
like,
that.
again, the other thing is, like, as far as making products in America, that takes time, bro. To build factories, to build all that, doesn't happen overnight.
That's
And the other thing is, like, if that starts and then a different administration comes in and does it all, then like it's kind of the long game as opposed to the short game. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, and it's like, you know, serving two masters, right? So are you gonna be able to run that long game with the other political end of the spectrum, right? And I think that that's the whole thing here is that whatever's happening has to be done ASAP if you're planning on producing fruit out of that situation. So I think that when you're looking at that, I mean, here's the thing: those, like you said, those tariffs haven't been, they haven't been taken to negotiation for a long, long time. So when you're looking at this, it's like, who else is going to challenge people? Like, and what is the incoming rate of, you know, product versus everything being exported? So when we're trying to sit there and factor that in, I mean, that's not the only moving piece here when we're playing chess. And so I think this goes from a 2D to a 3D game where you're also trying to force a lot of people back into cash, which I can't. I'm talking a lot about stuff.
He's
that's-
trying to devalue the dollar. And the reason why you want to devalue the dollar, because then you devalue your debt. And then if you have an asset that's worth more than your debt in dollars, then you pay off your debt with that asset. And it's Bitcoin, motherfucker!
There is some push towards the digital dollars, right?
Look. This is
I'm spitting.
the look on his face.
I'm spitting, bro.
is-
Exactly. So what do you think about? I mean, we might also be able to refinance some of this debt as a nation.
Correct. Yeah,
Right.
That's exactly
Well,
what we're doing.
he's trying to get more money coming in as far as the tariffs. And they're trying to spend less.
If you
money.
owe $40 trillion in debt, but that $40 trillion is really worth $20 trillion now of what the Dixie used to be, then you're good.
So you've also heard, so like when we're talking about underlying assets, which you just mentioned, so the other part of this too is what does it mean when we're trying to potentially be like, hey, we're bringing other countries into our asset column. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
God
So
bless everyone, but only America.
God bless America and no place
Yeah.
else.
we're gonna make America Mexicans and Canadians.
Yeah.
Governor Trudeau. Governor Trudeau. That shit's so fucked up.
Have you heard of
We're
that?
gonna skip. What's your favorite artist?
I know I brought that up, but do you guys hear about the District of America instead of Columbia in the Gulf of America instead
The
of
Gulf
Mexico?
of America.
That's already a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know why, or have you heard that? I don't know if it's true, but it was
Why?
interesting.
I mean, it makes sense because North America, Central America, South America, it's all America. It should be the Gulf of America.
But why the
It's not the
District
Gulf
of
of USA, it's the Gulf
Sure.
of America.
And also, I like, let's be honest. It doesn't really fucking matter.
It really doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
No, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't tickle my
It,
nose.
it is a little bit of pettiness, sure. I get that,
I
but like you said, yeah, no, it's still America.
I think
North, south, east, west.
no.
It's all
I
good.
heard. I'm just speculating because I feel like it's interesting, and we're gonna share our craziness. But okay, so Doge, What's Doge doing?
Oh, the Department
They're
of
trying
Government
to,
Efficiency.
yeah, they're trying to cut frivolous spending, bullshit spending. There's a dumb amount. I mean, the amount of waste that goes on in government. It's true. We could all retire 8 times over generational wealth for what they spend on what you name it.
Allegedly, there's gonna be no Social Security by the time we can redeem the said Social Security. I'm saying y'all can cancel it right now. Just give me every penny I've put into it.
You know, and you can track that. I mean, one way or another. I agree.
We did some math.
I agree.
Also, they probably
also-
only $1.20, $1.40.
Also, if you don't want to take Social Security when you're that age, you shouldn't have to pay it.
I would love to privatize it.
You should not have to pay it. Yeah, he spent a dumb amount last year on Social Security, and he may not ever see it. How's that?
11 grand in Social Security I paid.
Yeah,
11 grand.
You've
Yeah.
done your nation
and
a good
and,
service.
and you know
I
what?
bet I have.
Hey, congratulations! It's going to a bunch of dead people. So
Hey, they're not dead. They're just living till 300 now.
yeah,
So, $1.50.
$1.50.
Real quick though, so do you know with that comet, Doge was, because of those pressures, essentially what's happened is 300% of people searching for legal defense in the District of Columbia.
Wait.
But the problem is they can't be, I don't know if it's prosecuted or tried, but they will not be able to be investigated unless it is the District of America.
Why does that matter?
What do you think
Wait,
was
hold on.
happening with all the blank checks?
Wait, I'm a little confused. You said District of Columbia, so DC.
DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So supposedly that was changed, and I'm intrigued by this because I don't know if it's true.
He's been watching Alex Jones a little too much.
You
boy
know the
Albert.
problem is though, like he's right about 90% of the time.
I don't know about 90.
I don't know about
Probably-
90
probably
either.
about like
He's one of
32.
He's one I'm sus on, but when he's in a room with Kanye, he's the level-headed one.
Yo, that's crazy. That was,
Yo.
that interview was nuts.
That was
Like,
nuts.
Hitler did some good things, and Alex Jones is like,
I do see good things.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was like, okay, Kanye's done.
Kanye pulled out a sock puppet.
Kanye was the sock puppet, dude. Like he had the mask on the entire
Yeah,
time.
that shit's crazy.
Oh.
Let me. We're running out of time. I know he's got to go to Burley.
Are you negotiating your contract?
He's
Yeah,
gotta go to
that's
Burley.
right.
He's gonna go to Burlington Throat Factory.
What?
yo, we have to do the Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore presidents.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
That's just Mount Rushmore, right?
Yo, we're gonna get into that. Hold on.
I just
So-
like when you
So we came up with an idea to do Mount Rushmore of Disney movies, right? Okay, cool. Which we're gonna do that.
Disney edition.
Yeah, Disney edition. And no, hold on.
What up,
Then-
Leslie? Love you.
Then he goes and he says, let's do a Mount Rushmore of dictators. And then I come up with a bright idea, let's do a Mount Rushmore of presidents. And he fucking goes, well, isn't that just Mount Rushmore? I was meaning
Like current,
like in my lifetime or like modern presidents, but you know, this motherfucker had to call me out.
It's
And
so funny.
It's top 5 dumbest things I've ever said. And I didn't even realize I said it until he fucking called me out.
That's so funny. Okay, but I've thought about this list. That's why we gotta dive into it. Mount Rushmore of Disney movies. We all love Disney movies. They've been around. You guys are a little older than me, right? But they've been around for forever.
Hurtful.
My Mount Rushmore of Disney movies. All right,
Is this yours or what you think the general consensus should be?
mine personally.
Okay.
My Mount Rushmore of Disney movies. I have Treasure Planet. Love it.
No one has that on there.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's a good movie.
It's classic. Treasure Planet. I got The Emperor's New Groove.
Nobody has it.
Fantastic Disney movie.
Good movie though.
I got Lilo and Stitch,
Fair. Probably on mine.
and the last one was tough. I got Aladdin, classic.
How the fuck you not have Lion King, bro? You have
It's
you have
not-
Treasure Planet, but
Yes.
no Lion King.
Treasure Planet was a better movie.
That's because
Honorable
it's
mention:
sex.
Hercules. Wait, what?
Yes, absolutely. Hercules is great. Better than Treasure
Honorable-
Planet.
No.
What was
That
the
just
other one
soundtrack.
that was?
Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my face.
Have you even watched it?
Yes, I love that movie.
No.
And
That's
get
mine.
the fuck out of my face.
Well, you can have your
I'm
own
gonna
list.
pick. I'm gonna pick the Fox and the Hound and fucking the Great Mouse Detective, motherfucker.
I take The Fox and the Hound over Lion King.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I think I agree
And,
with them.
and that's the great thing about opinions is you can have your own,
I know,
motherfucker.
but I'm gonna tell you, get the fuck out of my face. Go ahead. You want to go, or you want me to go?
I can show you the world.
Correct. One of the
Aladdin.
greatest songs. One of the greatest songs.
Who doesn't want a Princess Jasmine and a flying carpet?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, continue.
No, I
Go
just
ahead.
want. I'm gonna have to recollect some.
All right.
I mean-
all right. You gotta go with Lion King. Lion King has the most iconic character, Mufasa. It ain't even the main character. Mufasa is like the most iconic Disney character ever. Mufasa.
Yeah,
It's because
like
it's-
Mickey Mouse doesn't exist.
Okay, you're right. Disney movie, bitch.
The Goofy
It's
movie.
because it
I
does.
love Goofy movie. That's in my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, is it?
It is. I got Lion King.
Let me plug my phone. Keep going.
I got a charger right here. I got Lion King. I got Lilo and Stitch.
I never saw Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, you're tripping.
Oh, dude,
you're
so
tripping.
good.
You're tripping.
So good.
I got off the
You
Disney.
deprived your son of a great movie.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
That's true. He's still my son.
Not what I meant, but
Lion King.
He's still like
Lilo and Stitch. God, I love Aladdin, but I also love Hercules.
it was a tough one for me.
What else
Both
is there?
are
Like
super good.
Beauty and the Beast. Are you not a romantic?
Beauty and the Beast.
Great
That's
one.
one of the
Great-
most.
a great
That's
one,
one of the
too.
most iconic. I mean,
Great
you got the
one,
Little
too.
Mermaid. Fuck that bitch. That red. I'm sorry.
Night-
I'm sorry for the Coolie Kyle channel.
Nightmare
There's
before,
not-
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my God.
See, that's another one.
So hold on. We're gonna forget everything I said up until this point.
What do you got about?
I got Lion King. I still got Lilo and Stitch. I got a Goofy movie. Here we go.
Goofy movie's great.
They've been laughing since I can remember.
No Star Wars.
No,
doesn't count.
stop
That doesn't
it.
count.
Stop it. That's not a Disney.
Just because
movie.
Disney bought them.
Bought it. Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheap.
Uh,
Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is like goated, bro.
It is.
Like, how did that
Well,
not?
it's really Kingdom Hearts that makes me love that way more because that's one of my favorite worlds ever in that.
Well, no, I loved it from like when it came out. I don't even
Movie.
understand why I liked it as a kid because I was such a scaredy cat. It's kind of creepy, bro.
No, it is.
Yeah, it's
It
super
is.
creepy.
It really
I
is.
mean, it's called Nightmare Before Christmas for a reason.
It's like, it's Halloween and Christmas.
My aunt is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Halloween. It's a Halloween movie.
It's both.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's
Another
both.
well,
trick or treat.
if the answer
Jack,
were
Mufasa, and then since we're talking about like top characters, Mufasa and Jack Skellington are like go hand in hand. You could probably put Aladdin right there. He's right there.
There's a lot that you guys just. Are
No,
you looking-
fuck them.
Like. Okay, there was.
I mean, Jungle Book's great. You know, that's a good
Yeah.
movie. But I like your honorable mention.
the
I like your honorable mention, but I have two honorable mentions. It has to be Aladdin and Hercules. Both of them. Both of them are
What
right,
about
superb.
Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, I give
Good.
a fuck about that.
Good,
It's
but not great.
I get the good. I don't care about them.
Peter
Snuffles.
Pan?
Oh,
Pan.
that's one.
It's
That's an
I-
honorable
it's,
mention.
It's iconic. It's iconic, but is it a better movie than what the four that I mentioned?
I will say I did really like Big Hero 6 for what it's worth as well.
That's such a sad.
Yeah.
Pulled on the heartstrings.
Yeah, that was well done.
Is did you watch? Is it Elemental? Is that a Disney movie?
I don't think so.
It's not.
What about Cinderella?
Fuck Cinderella. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
Fuck Snow White.
Snow White.
I'm drunk.
Damn. All right, yo, I really do. I gotta bounce, bro.
We're gonna
you guys.
wrap No, we're gonna wrap it up.
all
We're
right.
wrapping it up.
Words of wisdom. This
got
goes
some?
back, yeah. So, this goes to my old boss. His name was Umberto. I worked with him at Hacienda. Unfortunately, he has passed away. R.I.P. Reminds me a lot of Fernando. That's like the best way I could kind of describe him. And I just remember having a couple rough days at work, and I remember being pissed off about something that happened the night before. And he asked me why I was upset, and I told him. And one of the things he said that I still remember to this day is he looked at me. He said, "Today is a new day," and it says that in the good book, referring to the Bible. And there's a couple different verses that clarify that. But basically, every day is a new day, and just because you had a bad day yesterday does not mean that you have to have a bad day today. And that's where I will check out. Great pod.
This is the Awesome Life Podcast.
Yeah, yo.
Oh, actually, before we do that, thank you guys for tuning in.
Appreciate it. Really do.
Cooley Kyle channel, the monetized channel,
Yep.
the channel that's greater than ours right now.
Yep.
Not for long.
We're coming for y'all.
We're good. We appreciate
Long
y'all.
time.
Thank you for rocking with us. I'm Mr. Phoenix.
Here we're chilling, and we out.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, bro. I was gonna be home at like 9:15. It's all good. Kyle, I'll catch you here shortly.
Damn, bro.
Enjoy.
Burlington Pro Factory can wait, bro.
Hey, there's something on the other side of that hook. Or pull.
All right, bro.
Yo, peace out.
Hey,
Take
have
care.
fun. Nice to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
Oh,
All right, I better turn these
Yeah,
guys
you
off
better, turn them off, man.
before they see too much.
This is the after hours. I mean, we can still keep talking if you want.
You want to?
You can bring.
I got messages held for review. Here, you chat with my audience. See if you can get them to engage. Oh, I got more likes than it said.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Awesome Life Podcast. Awesome Life Podcast Studio. I'm Mr. Phoenix. Thank you for rocking with us. Hope y'all had a good time. Kyle's tinkling. Waiting on Kyle to finish tinkling. Damn, we've been on this for 97 minutes, bro. 97 minutes. Messages held for review. This guy said, "Which one of y'all trying to braid my pew?" And then he says, "I'm here fucking myself with a frozen log of human shit that I took yesterday." He's iglooing. That's what the kids call it, iglooing.
Oh my goodness.
You got some real keepers on here.
That is not a.
Your moderator's not moderating, bro.
Is Ahmed or
Hey.
YM? Both of them should be on.
Who's YM? YM kind of look cute. At least from what I can see here, it's a tiny little icon.
Yeah, YM's up in Wyoming, so I don't know.
Hi YM.
And Ahmed is
I'm Mr. Phoenix.
over in Algeria.
Algeria. Cool.
So I don't know.
Let's see. Who do we only got one person in the chat. It's probably Big Old Nuts.
It might even be us watching.
Oh, it is us.
Is
That's
it?
it. We're done.
We're like, oh, these guys.
We're cooked.
Are we?
I destroyed your algorithm.
Not just you. I did it too. All right, guys.
We get out of here.
Have a good night. God bless.
God bless y'all.
Thank you.
Pray for thy haters.
Pray for the haters.
Part 2.